Share your experience working for the Ghazi. Was it challenging emotionally as well as physically?
It was interesting. Challenging is for those who don't have the caliber. I think we have it. So we decide on things based on whether it's interesting or uninteresting. So for me, it was an interesting journey, just to understand the trials and tribulations of all these people, the soldiers who were there in the submarine, the way they lived, the way they must have conducted themselves over a period of so many days in that little space with the constant threat of the enemy. Having a superior machinery and superior submarine with them is quite a task. So I think our respect for our soldiers grew many fold.
Did you feel patriotic or some sort of strong feelings while shooting for the film or a scene?
As actors, it is our duty to read the scene and do it the way our director wants it. It is not our duty to have our own emotions come in between anything. So our duty is to create emotions for the people who are watching it. So it's work, I guess, for actors, and we were working very hard because this film needed that, to work very hard. Everyone, not only actors, but the technicians, director, everyone. And I'm really proud that we could pull this through, because this was a very difficult, film. And if the Ghazi attack is received well by people, I think more and more young filmmakers would come forward to make such interesting films. And I think that would be the biggest achievement of the success of the Ghazi attack.
How was your experience working with late Om Puri sir?
Om Puri sir, his work speaks for himself. I mean, he's
How was your experience?
You can't term it as experience. It's a lifetime. His experience is, we actors have been experiencing him through his work throughout our lives. He's been one of the sources of inspiration for people like us. So he was a big, very big actor, though not given his due in his lifetime, but I think he was a colossal figure as far as acting is concerned.
And you, sir?
I did not have a scene with him in this film. Yeah.
Do you think Bollywood is waking up to unconventional actors?
You take example of all our superstars. Dilip Sahab was said he was unconventional. The way he spoke, they said he was completely unconventional. Rajesh Khanna Sahab, when he came on the background of Devanand, Raj Kapoor and all that, that kind of cinema, they said Rajesh Khanna hero banega. He was completely unconventional with his face and his looks. Amitabh Bachchan came, he's unconventional height, unconventional voice. He was rejected when he went for the audition in a radio station. And these people made those unconventions the conventions. So I think we have to be very careful when we say unconventional, because the definition of unconvention keeps on changing. And the people who are unconventional change it.
The success of films like Dangal, Pink and Neerja proved that audiences prefers content-oriented films over the films with higher box office collections. What do you have to say about it?
There are many types of films that are being made, and they will always be made in India. So I don't think that you just need to judge a complete business of cinema dependent on just what has happened in last 6 months. So I think we should not be doing that. And there is scope for every kind of film in this country, because there are those many kind of people staying here with different backgrounds altogether, educational, social, economical backgrounds. And that is what we as people from the business of cinema should understand and should respect all kinds of films.
Thank you. And so, the same.
It's very heartening to know that these films have done very well. And hats off to Amir for Dangal, because I think Um, when I saw the film, I personally felt very proud. I just felt that, not because of the sport in it, I just felt that for a mainstream superstar to never ever misuse his stardom is a great achievement. Amir is one such example, shining example of our industry, wherein he's never misused his stardom. He's used his stardom with a lot of integrity and responsibility. Be it Rang De Basanti, be it any other film that he's done. You watch his films and you'll know that here is a man who's legitimately a star of a country. The rest is all humbug. So I think Amir Khan, salute to him. I think there's zero narcissism. He could have easily plastered posters all over the country with the six-pack abs which he had in the film. He didn't do that. He was an old man sitting there with his two daughters. That requires guts as a star. That requires inherent security of the fact that I will not be rejected because I'm doing a film which is supposed to be a film and a piece of cinema and not just 3 days business.
Tell us about your future projects.
I'm doing a film called Vodka Diaries after this, and that's about it. Yeah.
And you, Atul sir?
I am doing a film called Pranam with Rajiv Khandelwal, and another film called Vash with Siddharth, my Rang De Basanti co-star.